Welcome back to Cabin View Ventures. Got a couple things going on today. First thing we had to do was get the Diamondback cover off the Tacoma because I bought a new truck. So, if any of you have been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I just bought this truck about 6 months ago. Did a couple videos about how much I love this truck. It's a great daily driver. It's a great little workhorse. Okay, so you heard me right. I bought a new truck. Before you call me crazy, before you call me a liar, I know I did a couple videos on this Tacoma. I just bought this truck 6 months ago. The two videos I did, I talked about how much I love the truck. It was a great daily driver. It was a good family truck. I was able to get all 3 car seats in this truck. Everybody was comfortable. Yes, it was tight. But doable, you know. If 2 adults and 3 small kids, you know, this truck, you can easily get by with this truck. Good little workhorse truck, you know, good on fuel mileage, easy to drive around. It can tow 6,500 pounds. The biggest plus to this truck was the manual transmission. You know, these Tacomas, they're kind of notorious, the automatics, for just constantly hunting for gears. And I owned 2 automatics before this manual transmission, and those are spot on. I mean, that truck in an automatic, trying to drive it down the highway is an absolute nightmare. Any little incline, it can't downshift soon enough. It can't figure out what gear it wants to be in. That truck is just no fun. The manual transmission, I don't even know how to describe it properly, but I mean, it is like night and day difference when you're comparing the manual transmission to the automatic. The gearing is so much better. You've got a 430 rear diff versus the 390, and it feels like this truck has about 50 more horsepower than the automatic. It gets up and goes very well. I mean, I thought it's a 6-speed manual transmission. I thought 6-speed, the 6th gear would be, you know, almost unusable, but with everybody in the truck fully loaded down with gear, going 65 miles per hour down the highway, you're in 6th gear and it is cruising along nice. You've even got power to pass cars, so you're not even downshifting in the 5th to pass anybody or get up to speed. So really, really good truck. Now, if you don't know me that well, I do not fall in love with cars. You know, I fall in and out of love with cars easily, especially trucks. So I was really excited when I bought this truck. My plan was to keep this truck for a long time, use it as a daily driver, and try to find a cheap, reliable work truck, you know, like an older 2500 or 3500, you know, a 3/4 or 1 ton truck that I could use to help out with the firewood business, move any of my equipment when I need to, because the Tacoma can't tow my Kubota. It just doesn't have enough towing capacity to handle my 14-foot trailer with the Kubota on it. You know, the side-by-side, it would be fine. The 0-turn, no problem. But anything big equipment, you know, big loads of firewood, it's just not enough weight behind the truck and enough power behind the truck. So, you know, like I said, ultimately I wanted to keep this and find a good used 3/4 or 1 ton truck, and I just haven't been having any luck doing that. I started looking a couple weeks ago at new full-size or 3/4 ton pickup trucks, and I found a couple that I really liked. I started comparing the 3/4 tons with the half tons because I wasn't sure, well, maybe a half ton pickup truck would be enough. I mean, there's obviously plenty out there that can tow over 10,000 pounds. But at the end of the day, you've got way more payload, a little more towing, and just a much better work truck. So I pulled the trigger on one. I'm not going to tell you what I got. We're going to keep that as a surprise. Obviously, not that many choices out there, but there's tons of different configurations when you start to look at those 3/4 ton trucks. So at the end of the day, I decided to trade in the Tacoma, go with a 3/4 ton truck. All right, we're hiding out in the side-by-side. It's another cold, very windy day today. I wanted you guys to be able to hear me. I didn't know how bad the wind noise might be. So the new truck will be here soon. I'm not going to tell you what it is. We'll keep that a surprise for another video. It is a 3/4 ton truck. The main reason I decided to do this is I found a truck I liked, and I really want to grow the firewood business, and I want to grow it as quickly as possible. So it's not going to get real big, but one thing I realized this past year is I'm not going to be able to get enough wood off of my property to get up to that 20 to 25 cords that I want to be able to sell every year. You know, I can probably do 10, but even 10 is a lot of work just because of the layout of my property. You know, with the hills and the access, the difficult access to get to my firewood, it's a lot of work just to bring a couple cords out of the woods and into, you know, the wood yard where I typically store it, cut it, dry it. So I need to be able to buy firewood poles. Yes, you can get them delivered, but you give yourself more options if you can go pick up firewood and have some delivered. So I want to be able to do a little bit of both. So with the new truck, I will be able to go pick up big trailer loads, bigger truck loads, and start hauling in more firewood, which I'm gonna start here probably in the next couple weeks. I found a couple guys locally that sell firewood poles. One guy delivers, one guy you have to go to his wood yard and pick up. He'll sell it to you by the truckload or by the trailer load. So that I think will be I think that'll be enough to get me up to that 20 to 25 cords that I'm looking for. I still need to do a lot of clearing so I can make more space to build wood racks, so I have room to dry that amount of wood. That we're going to start really soon as well. So, you know, if you guys like this content, you know, please subscribe, hit that like button, you know, hit the notification bell so you get updates on our videos, because we're going to have a lot more coming up really soon with the new truck, making more room in the wood yard, and really growing this firewood business throughout this, you know, this fall and winter. So, you know, that's going to probably be the bulk of the content, because I have a lot of work to do when it comes to that stuff. So, you know, what I wanted to get done this morning was get the truck cleaned up, get the Diamondback cover off of it, because I'm going to sell that separately. You know, that's a really nice cover. I just bought it a couple months ago, and I want to sell it and then buy a similar cover for the new truck, because I really like that cover. But that we'll kind of figure out after I have the truck and I'm driving it for a little while. So we're gonna get the cover put away, get it stored until I can sell it, and then I need to get back to work on the roadside stand. I want to start getting the finishing touches on that. You know, the wood's ready to be bundled. I just have to finish that stand now and get it out front so we can start selling firewood. All right, so we are Gonna get these floors finished up today. I got one more to notch out, so we'll make sure that fits nice. We'll get these stained, and then the flooring will be done, and then we can start working on the finishing touches. So still need to make all the signs to hang, and I have a light to put on. We got the money box to put on, and we've got a security cam to put on. So we'll have to measure that spacing, but that's roughly what it's going to look like. All right, let's stain. All right, just wanted to get that little light on while the stain is drying. First coat, we're gonna put the second coat on right now. That stain dries pretty quick, especially when it's windy like this. So, I mean, it's probably been 20 minutes and it is already nice. It's still a little wet, but it's pretty dry. Dry enough to put another coat on. All right, guys, floors are stained, floors are in. I didn't screw them down yet because I'm gonna actually wait until I get it out front. It's gonna make this thing way heavier, so I'm actually gonna take them back out before I move it. We'll get it out front, then we'll screw the floors down. So floors are in, light is on. So we still need to get the security camera up, the money box put in, and get all the labeling done. And then this thing is gonna be all ready to go. So I think one more day, and then we'll start bundling some firewood here soon. So I think it turned out pretty good. And like I said, we're getting really close here to hopefully our first firewood sale. So thanks for joining us today, and we will see you on the next one.